everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And welcome back to our top 100 board games of all time. Today we're going through top 80 to 71.
Yes, it's moving to lower numbers.
Yes.
Which makes sense.
We're getting better and better.
Yeah, the games are... It would make a very strange top 100 beginning with number 1. People will be like, yep, don't care after the first 2 videos.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the first 2 videos, you can do so now. They are on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
If you are new to our channel, what can you do?
I think you can subscribe.
Yes.
If you want to.
You can also like, and you can also comment. That is very helpful. And if you press that little bell, you also get notifications every time we put out a new video, which is also good for you because our videos are sometimes fun and good and about board games. They're always about board games.
Actually,
and they're always with 2 Norwegian people. So if you like that, then you can do that and watch videos every single week.
Yes.
So should we begin?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. 10 more games on each of our list. Just so you know, if you haven't seen the other videos, we do not know each other's list.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
Yes, absolutely.
You always begin, so let's just continue that.
I'm the beginner of the list.
And I'm the ender of the list. I don't know.
Number 80 is a game that used to be a lot higher, which has dropped a little. And it might be because it's so many other good games, but it's Nippon. It's a really, really good game.
Wow!
Yeah, and I still think it's really good. But it's so many other games.
That is crazy.
Yeah, but I still think that, top 8 is really good though.
It is, but
I saw it on the list now, I'm just like, wait, what happened here?
That is very, very, so you don't stand on with your own list?
Well, this could get higher if I play it again, but I played other games recently and
I think, yes. So do you want to talk about the game?
Yeah, it's a little hard to describe this game, but it's very...
I can do it if you want to.
Yeah, please, thank you.
I don't have to, but I can, if you'd rather me doing it.
Yes.
It is a worker removal game where you place workers of different colors with different actions, and your turn you're going to remove one of them and do one of the 2 actions that you can with that action space. And then on your turn you could also, if you don't want to remove more or if you don't have space for anymore, you can reset. And then you get more money, or you get money again and coal that you use to power up your factories, which you also get, and you try to get resources to sell them. But then when you do reset, you have to pay for each of the different colors of workers you have. So in the beginning of the game especially, you really have to try to get 1 or 2 colors and reset. But the longer you don't reset, the better you can build up your end game scoring. So it has many of those very nice mechanisms. I'd still like you, even though you have it here on number 80. But it's a very good game.
Yeah, it is.
It might be higher on my list. If you don't get that from my words, then I don't know how I can spoil things for you. You're just telling you it to you. My number 80 is a game that has an auction mechanism. One of the most interesting auction mechanisms I have ever had in a game. It is Rurik, Dawn of Kiev.
Oh. Yes.
One I'm actually sad we don't have the expansion for, because there is an expansion for this game. The game is very good. The game is best that auction mechanism where you say, oh, I want to do this action, and then if somebody else, they can, then their number is on the dudes that you place, and you can place coins to outbid people so that they will get a better version of that action. And then you do the actions, which is also fine. There's a real majority, a bit of combat, stuff like that. It's good. Very, very good, that part of the game as well. But the auction mechanism is what makes me go back to the game and makes me want to play it more. Rurik, Dawn of Kiev, I like it. Do you like it? It's a good game.
I like it a lot. Like the auction mechanisms, as you said, and also the fact that the number on the meeple isn't only the strength.
That's true.
It's the order that you resolve the actions in afterwards. So that means that if you really want to do this, but you want to do it first, then it's like a bad combo. So you have to and money is tight in this game. So, and you really need to be like, oh, what do I think you want to do? I think you want to go there, but if you go there and I get pushed down, then it destroys my whole plan. So I really have to, the prioritizing in this game is hard, but very, very good.
Great game.
My number 79 is Arkham Horror, the card game.
Okay.
And this is a game that I really want to get to the table once more because we played
twice, 4 or 5.
Yes, we played it a couple of times when we got it.
4 or 5 times when it came out.
And I liked it so much. But then, life happens and...
YouTube happens.
Yeah,
like it does.
It does. And I just want to get back into it. Maybe it will drop because it has some luck mechanisms actions where you're drawing with some randomness.
But all co-op games
had that. Yeah. So, but I like the Cthulhu universe with the madness and stuff. So.
The problem is that it's kind of hard to get like the older cycles. I would like to play. It probably doesn't matter. You could probably just buy the new cycle or something like that. And I think they basically start it over. I don't know exactly how that works, but I really want to play it more. It's one of those that I know for solo play. I know I have friends who have played like every single thing of that game.
Cool.
It is a great one. So my number 79 is a series of games.
Okay.
It's called Unlock.
Okay, cool.
This is an escape room style of game, my favorite escape room style of game, which is a spoiler. Like, it's hard to place these games on a top 100.
I agree.
So, like, this could have been in the top 50, this could have been here, but it is like the experiences are kind of varied. So, and I haven't chosen one scenario, this is the best scenario. That would probably be like, that one scenario would probably be like higher, and then other scenarios would be like 200, 300, 400 because they're horrible. But all in all, this is a fantastic series of escape room games, doing so much with just a deck of cards, and now in newer scenarios like small pieces here and there, more use of the app, which is fantastic. And I think these are very good implementation of the puzzles that you go through when doing actual escape rooms, which we love. So I think this is a very, very good series of games. We actually have 2 scenarios in the newest box, and then there's 2 new boxes coming right around now. They're already out in French. It's the 10th box, and then there's the box which has the Pandemic, Ticket to Ride, and Catan scenarios.
That's
awesome. Going to be amazing. Yes, I love this series.
I agree. I love escape room games. As you said, it's very hard to put it on the list, so I kind of excluded them in total because I was just like, nope, not touching that.
But you have legacy games.
Yeah, and I've placed escape room games on this list before as well, but it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. No, sorry. And so many different escape room games, and the scenarios, as you said, also vary a lot. So where to place them in experience with like in together with other games, I thought it was difficult. But I agree, like Unlock is a very solid one.
Yes.
And then we have number 78, which is Mexica. And this is another Kramer and Kisling game. I had Cusco on the previous list.
Yep.
This one I didn't have like any high hopes for because it had.
We didn't know anything about it basically, which is the reason.
But it also builds on the same like action point mechanisms that you divide into different actions on your turn, and this is very interactive as well. You want to create areas and then have the majority in those areas, and which order you do stuff in and where to go and block for other opponents is very crucial to master this game. And you feel like in your turn you can go like 5 different places and they feel equally urgent to go to, and where to place your big pyramids or where to place your small ones to block a lot of space is, it's very interesting.
I really like the fact that you're building the areas yourself.
Yes.
So you're kind of like building the map and then trying to do the area majority. Fantastic game.
Yes.
My number 78 then is Mexica.
No. Are you kidding? Oh my god. I'm sorry, but like, it's too awesome. Okay, crossover dance, because we have to do it, because like it's just like
I'm doing karate again, which is you're telling me doing karate and some magic.
Like, if I didn't believe in anything before now, like you're starting to doubt it a little bit because
it's random, but
it's,
And
what are the chances of that?
Like a 1 in 100.
Yeah, no, it has to be more because we played more games. But nah,
that is true. That is true.
Let's not do
but that is really fun. Like it's when you said Mexico, like I know that's on my list. I don't remember exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was on this one, but I didn't remember exactly where it was.
That's awesome.
Again, so it's your turn again. Now I don't get to speak.
You don't get to speak. Then my number 77 has already been on the list of yours. It's Mysterium Parks, and it has really taken over the spot for Mysterium for the reasons that you stated in the previous video.
Yes.
It's just a very fun.
I like
and enjoyable
you saying
game.
that. Like, so you don't go talk about it now. You're gonna have to go look at all the other videos we made. We did a review as well, so you can see more about the game. But it's
Absolutely.
a very. I agree with you. It's a fantastic game. Did you want to add something else?
No.
You were happy about that. Then my number 77 is not.
Mexico.
My number 77,
cool.
it's probably sure it was on your list as well. Sorcerer's City.
Yes.
It was on your list, like in the 90s, I think.
I think it was my 100 or 99 or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. People can find out if they really want to.
If you really want to.
We had to do like before the last one. We had to build up and see how many crossovers we had.
Oh, we did.
We didn't guess at the beginning. No.
Like how many? Yeah, that
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But yes, Sorcerer City is good for the reasons that we talked about. We did also a review of that, I'm pretty sure of. I do agree with some of the commenters that said on the first video that there seemed to be one strategy that is better than the other strategies. Yeah. So I would have liked there to be an expansion, and this game might drop off the list the next time I play it because of that problem. But I don't know if like it seems like many people have that feeling.
Oh yeah, I've taken that a little into consideration, because if it wasn't for that, this game would be higher for me, because it's a very cool game. But after a few plays, you kind of see like, oh, isn't this the best thing to do? And it takes away some of the fun, you know?
Yeah, so I would love an expansion that changes that up. But that is, for me, Sorcerer City.
I agree. That you have picked Sorcerer City.
I agree that you picked it.
Number 76 is a very, different game. And I like it so much. It's Mental Blocks. And this is a game that we usually, we often have gotten to the table very easily after we got it. With, everyone, basically.
Yes.
It is a co-op game with hidden information, so you all have one part of the information, and you're trying to set together a specific pattern of different colored and shaped formations, blocks
that are mental. The blocks are mental. And then you can see I see yellow here, and the blue is shaped like a triangle, and then you say wait, that doesn't match what I see at all, because I see this and this, and then everyone has to go together to find out what the real deal looks like. Yeah, I think the first time I played it was horrible. We played 8 players. I think 4 players is the best, because then you see one side each. With more players, see 3D versions of it, which are not that interesting. It's a very good game. And it's not on my list, but it's a fun game that I actually... It's one of those that you can, as you say, play with anybody, and you play it super quickly. You just want to play game after game after game. And there's 60 different puzzles in the box.
Yes, and you can do sorts of wacky, weird stuff, and with a trader and stuff.
Yeah, so the game has many different ways to play it, which is really nice. So my number 76, it's right, 76, yes. Yeah. My number 76 is Praga Caput Regni, which is another great game from Vladimir Suchy, which you had Shipyard on your list already.
Yes.
A fantastic game where you try to get a lot of eggs, because you want to build a bridge of eggs and doors. I like it a lot. I think the action mechanism is very interesting, moving that wheel. Wish it was a bit more working with that thing falling down and stuff, which makes no sense if you haven't played. I really wish it was working more with the falling down and stuff.
Yes, that stuff,
Information, but I think this is a solid game. It's not my favorite Vladimir Suchy game, but I do like it a lot.
I agree, solid game. I really like the turning of the gear, the main
and
action gear,
down.
And the other stuff, the way you combo, what strategy you go for is interesting. I really look forward to play it again for Keeper Cal. Then we have my number 75, which you have already had on your list. It's Blackout Hong Kong. And this is also one game that I think is really cool, and I want to play more. And it was a positive surprise for me when we played it for Keeper Cal, because I didn't anticipate it being that good. So
that is true.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I really like it, as we talked about on the other video as well. My 75 is Medici.
Cool.
This is a great dexterity, I almost said. It's not a dexterity game at all. It's a very mellow auction game.
Mellow.
Yes, I don't know. I just like that word.
It's a beautiful word.
Yes, mellow. But this is not a linguistic video. It's more about actual board games.
Yes.
Medici is a fantastic game that I really like. I like the the auction. It's like it has some luck elements, but it doesn't really bother me because you can play 5-6 players in under an hour, and it has a lot of that tension. Oh, do I want to block you from getting that those you need, but I might end up getting a boat that, or a shipment that's really good for me, and you're trying to get wares of the same kind, but also getting wares of high numbers, so you can score on 2 different scorings. Really fantastic game. One of those games, I've talked about it before, one of those games I always think about when there are 5 players.
I agree. Like, one of my favorite auction games. Really like the push your luck element. If you have like 2 cards which are really good and you're like, oh, should I add another card to the
shipment? Yeah.
And you get a really bad card and you're just like, now it's ruined.
Yes.
Or you can do like, when everyone's done, you're kind of the only person left without something. You can be really lucky and just like get something super cheap.
We played a game of this that was very funny because that happened. There's like 3 rounds in the game, and it happened with you like 3 of the times.
Yes.
So we call that Dua Sunua. We call that after doing that game.
But you have to be okay with that. It's like a short game. It's an easy game. It's a game with a lot of laughs usually when we play it.
Fantastic game.
Really nice one. Then we have my number 74.
Just before that, we are actually now 1/4 down with the games. 25 games.
We are.
So now we can continue.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Uh-huh.
And it's just a very, very nice social bluffing game.
Yes. Let's play a solo bluffing game. Oh, is there a solo bluffing game?
I don't know.
Did somebody tell us that there was a solo bluffing game? I don't remember. But yes.
We recently played this for Keep or Call, which was really nice. I love how you're alternating on being like the sheriff, which are basically deciding which wares to inspect or not, and if you get like inspected the contraband that you have with you have to pay. Pay. And if the sheriff opens like all the legal goods, he has to pay because you were actually an honest merchant. So I like how you're bribing and double bluffing and trying to sneak in as much contraband as possible, or not, if that's your thing.
It's a great game.
You decide.
I like it a lot as well. So my number 74 is one I'm pretty sure it's going to be higher on your list.
Okay.
It is Galaxy Trucker.
Oh, yeah.
It is, spoiler, it's a very good game. If you know us, if you've seen any of our videos, you know Suna loves this game. I also like it quite a lot. I really enjoyed the new version, even though it was just changing out small things. Really, really great. Smaller box. We still have both because we have all of the expansions in the old box, which adds even more to the game.
Yeah.
It's one of those games that, especially with the expansions, it's kind of a simple game, but it's hard to teach because you have to teach like 600 different pieces and you have to remember them because it's a real-time game, so you can't stop like, oh, what is this again? I don't know, I have to place pieces. I think it's a fun game. It's one where you can try to build a perfect ship and then see it crumble and explode and getting destroyed by Metroids. Not Metroids. That is a video game. Meteors, yeah. It would be even more awesome if it was actually destroyed by Metroids. Yeah. But yes, that is that game.
It's like Vlaada Chvátil is just like an awesome designer. The theme is really cool. The blend of mechanisms in this game is very, like, what do you call it, unique. And the rule books always crack me up. So, a brilliant game. Yes. And you know it's coming on my list later. So, yeah. Number 73 is Trois. And this is a very interesting game as well. You have like a dice pool that you have like in your area, but they're not your dice. They're just free for you.
They call your dice, but it feels like a nicer game if you don't feel like they're yours.
Because you can use other people's dice, and you're basically getting other like buildings or powers available to you, so you can use them for either scoring, getting points, or generating more resources. You're defending the city from hazards or something, and basically trying to have majority in the church and stuff. Doing Euro stuff, basically. I tried to explain it thematically. It was hard.
It's a fantastic game. We also had the expansion that we luckily just got recently before we played it again, which adds new activity cards and stuff like that, which is really, really nice.
Yes.
Next up then we have my number 73, which is a game I have not played in many years, so it might drop. I don't think it's going to go higher, but I don't know, because this was one of those games that really spoke to me when I got it. It was one of those games that made me so happy that I could play something that gave me the same feeling as playing Magic as I had done for thousands and thousands of times. And this is Mage Wars Arena.
Oh,
it was called just Mage Wars when I got it, but now it's called Mage Wars Arena.
Back in the days.
This is a very complex kind of deck builder. It's not a deck builder, but like a deck constructed game where you are mages battling each other in an arena. It's kind of like a miniatures battle war game with cards. And the thing that makes it both very interesting and also very hard to play is that you have your whole deck available at all times. So instead of having a deck of cards and you draw cards at the beginning of each round, you have a folder with your whole deck, and at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of the round, you have to choose which cards you might play that round. So it's a longer game because of that, because you need to either know your deck very well, or if you just get a deck, you need to like, okay, how does all of this stuff work, and work with that. So it's one that's hard to play, but it's one I really want to play again, and it's one that we haven't played for Keep or Call yet, have we? No, we haven't. Not. So I'm looking forward to play it because it is a very solid game, though it is long and complex.
Yeah, I kind of look back at where we were when we first played it, and I can't believe I actually played that game because
we played it many times.
Yeah, but I was so new to the hobby, and really like direct conflict is a thing that I don't particularly enjoy. So, but like it's hard to because when you have everything available to you, it's extra pressure to do the right decision because you have all the possibilities to do so, and also get enough mana to do the things that you want. Very, very nice game. I very much look forward to play it again.
It's gonna be fun, hopefully.
72 is Patchwork. This is a 2-player game, and
I think I had it on my list already.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
And it is about
making a quilt.
Yeah, and getting buttons. And the reason it's this like low on my list, it's not very low, but it has been higher before, and it's basically because we played a lot of good 2-player games recently, which has been really fun. And Patchwork is still very, very solid, so it's still here, but other games. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. I really like it. Like anything in this top 100 is a high number.
I agree. Absolutely.
So I think it's very, very good. My number 72 is a Stefan Feld game.
Yeah.
It is one game this gives you nothing, but the first time I tried to play it with my friend, we read like one sentence wrong in the rulebook and it made no sense. So we set it up. I had already read the rulebook, but I was like, oh, this makes no sense to what I read in the rulebook. And then we read it like 6 times and nobody understood anything, but now we have played it. That's a very good story, thank you. My number 72 is Luna.
Yeah.
This is a very fun Stefan Feld game. I think the artwork here is great. I like the thing where you have these students or disciples that move around these small islands, kind of like a rondel, and do different actions on them. And depending on where you want to try to plan, so that when the master builder moves to you, then you can actually build something there, and those gets you bonuses and points. And you want to be where the moon princess is, but you don't want to be where the Acolyte is, because he's going to take away points from you. And you're trying also to do area majority in the temple, which is kind of the same area majority that is in La Granja. If you haven't played that, I'm pretty sure Oda said that he got the inspiration from Luna. Very nice interaction in there. There's so many neat things in this game. Really enjoy it. Stefan Feld made a game that's good, and he made many games that's good. And this is one of them called Luna.
I really like Luna as well, like this planning to where you want to be at the islands and how many meeples you want to have there at a specific time is very, very neat. You have to plan ahead to see where the movements are moving. A very, very good game.
The last game
last game on this list is Trickerion. And this is a game that I think I've played it twice, but I think
so as well.
I only remember anything from the last time we played it.
Because it's like 5 or 6 years since the first time.
Yes, and it is a very tight worker placement game where you're like gathering resources and making magic tricks basically and performing them, and it's very, very, very tight. And I want to play it again, and
with all the expansions.
Yes, I really want to do that. I think this is a game that has the potential to go high.
We only have the base game, but there is like the the full game. We only play like the base game last time we played, so we have the full game that we can play as well.
Cool.
And also there's expansions available, and these are games like Anachrony, and these are games that I would like to have expansions for.
Absolutely.
To Carry On is a fantastic game, and the theme is obviously one that's close to my heart. Okay, my number 71 is the last game on this video. It is like you are the starter, I am the ender. That's what we said in the beginning.
Yeah.
So this is a game from a friend of ours, or two people that we know, and it's called Santa Maria.
Oh yeah.
A very nice dice drafting game where you are placing tetraminos on a board, trying to make a map, and then you're gonna activate different rows depending on what dice you place, and you're trying to basically just get points. It's a very fun game that I enjoy a lot.
I agree. I think like how you're placing the actions that you can activate, and also when you have activated one row, if you want to do that action again, you can use money to activate it. Really nice. And also like delivering these resources or something to the ships.
Yeah.
And it's very, very annoying when you're taking that ship that I was saving up to get. Very good game.
Yeah, absolutely. And those are 10 more games on the top 100 list. So that's 3 episodes, 7 episodes to go. We hope you enjoyed. Please leave a little comment. Let us know what you think about these games.
Or a very big comment.
Yeah, but
it's
please
your decision.
Just leave something, because that makes us happy and it makes us know that you actually watch and enjoy the videos.
Please.
And that is the end. If you are still here and you have not subscribed yet, you can do so now by
clicking the subscribe button. It's fun and it's free and it makes us happy like this. If you want to do something that's not free, you can.
Go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and support us there. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Cinema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye bye.